Daiwa Steez A II TW1000. This is a reel I've been waiting to pull the trigger on for a while. Today, we're gonna be doing an unboxing of this bougie reel. But before we get started, guys, if you don't mind, just hit that like, subscribe to the channel. I'm posting a lot of this high-end gear. Hopefully more reviews coming along the way, rods, reels, on the water content, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, let's jump right into this unboxing. So I basically got the Steez A II after doing a bunch of research, right? I just kind of wanted a really light, pommable, chuck and wind reel for chatterbaits, right? I love throwing chatterbaits, something I'm always throwing, so I figured why not? I got a new rod, which we'll get into later in the video for it. But this is basically gonna be replacing another reel, which we'll also get into later. So let's just run through some of the specs real quick on this. 6.3 to 1, obviously for chatterbaits. We got 6.7 ounces. We will put this on the food scale real quick. It's just got in grams. It's got 13.2 pounds of drag, which is more than enough for your freshwater bass fishing applications. Obviously with the slower gear ratio, you got the 26.3 inches per turn, and then it's got the 10 ball bearing. So, it's also got the mag seal TWS and MagZ boost in this reel. With all that being said, let's talk about the price real quick. So this is insanely overpriced if you buy in the US, right? It'll be anywhere from like $600 to $700, but don't buy it from the US, buy it overseas from Japan. I promise you it'll be fine. I didn't open the box yet. I just took it out of the box it came in, and it came in flawless condition. As you can see, no marks, no scuffs, nothing on the box. Came in really tightly sealed, which is great. You can find it for in the 300-ish range. Who knows, maybe cheaper. The yen conversion rate to the dollar is great. So find deals on it. You can find it used, I'm sure, for even cheaper if you really wanted to, but don't spend $600 on a reel, guys. It's not worth it for this type of stuff. You can get the highest quality stuff for very good prices if you just look a little bit. Just do a quick Google search. Anyways, so enough about the specs. Let's just get right into the unboxing. I'm super excited for this. We got the Steez Ultimate Bass Fishing Gears. Don't know what that means, but whatever, right? It's Japanese. All right. 23 Steez A II. Okay, cool. So first thing, so let me show you what it looks like. We got a couple things in here. So we just got, oops, before that falls. I think it's like an SLP for like their aftermarket parts and stuff. It might be I don't know if it's a discount code. That'd be pretty cool. I actually might upgrade the handle. Let's see. But let's first look at the reel before I even talk about upgrading it, right? You got, what is this? The instruction manual. That's cool. I love how they have these graphics on it. I'm not going to open up all the way, but it has these cool graphics on it. So I think that's really helpful. Especially if you can't read Japanese or if you don't want to read through all the instructions. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm assuming this is the blueprints or the schematics. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. That's very handy, especially when you're servicing your reels. Always service your reels at the end of every season. Just clear out gunk, whatever. All right, guys. Anyways, this is, I'm so excited for this already. You can't tell. Dude, this is sick. Get out of here. I'm so happy this thing has a reel cover. Look at that reel cover. That's sick. So nice. What the heck? Dude, I'm sold on this. This is just about the reel cover itself. I haven't even looked at the reel yet, and the reel cover is, wow. Oh yeah, that's quality, right? Let's move this out of the way. All right, let's open this up. Get ready. Official look at the Steez A II. Oh my God. Wow. That is beautiful. Here it is, guys. Daiwa Steez A II. It's got that Steez logo there, the little gold T-wing. And this thing is smooth, man. I got a Zillion to compare to the 21 Zillion to compare it to, so let's just feel it, man. I mean, out of the box, thing is just a dream to reel. I mean, it's kind of like in the spinning reel version when I first opened that Twin Power. If you guys saw in the previous video, it's just a similar feeling to that, where it's just so smooth. It's just butter. Man, this thing is sick. Okay, cosmetically, right? I thought it was gonna be a little bit of a, I thought it was gonna be similar to more like, okay, like this type of black, right? But it's, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little bit of a, I don't wanna call it dark gray, but it's not completely like a pitch black, nighttime black. I don't know how to describe it. It's got this like anodized look on it, I guess, if you want to call it. The gold is kind of throwing me off a little bit, but it's all right. It looks pretty cool. I think it's a cool accent. But yeah, guys, looks-wise, this thing looks really well. It's gonna pair with any rod you have, especially if you've got like a black rod with cork on it or black with like black grips on it. It'll look phenomenal on it. And before we, okay, here. This is something I really wanna check right before we get into anything else. I wanna hear the clicking drag on this, right? Ready? Oh, man. Woo! Look at that. All right, we'll just compare it real quick to the Zillion clicking drag. Oh, it sounds a little different. Here's Steez. It's got a little bit of a lower, I don't know how to describe it. It's just a lower, more, it just feels like the tolerances are tighter. Given I have had this for a couple seasons now, but even then it's still a workhorse of a reel. There's nothing wrong with it at all. 10 out of 10 performance-wise. It's just obviously the paint. And oh, that's another thing, cosmetically. The paint on the Zillion is something I've always kind of griped about, but I think the Steez shouldn't have that problem. It shouldn't, right? You're paying so much money for it. It doesn't feel like it's the same type of paint that they use. I don't know what it's called, but this one definitely feels like it's got some type of coating on it that'll protect the paint, which I'm really happy about. But yeah, I guess let's just get into the weight of it real quick. So I think it said 6.7 ounces. Let me turn the scale back on. I got it zeroed out. This is without line, obviously. So put this guy on. And we're right around, yeah, my scale's probably like 0.1 ounce off. It's 6.8, but yeah, it's 6.7. Let's see how much a Zillion is. This is with, not full spool. I kind of retied a lot throughout the season, but this is 20-pound Sniper Fluoro. Sitting at about 7 ounces. So it's around the same because of the line. I'm sure it's about the same. But man, this thing is so smooth. Okay, let's get into some of the details on this. So what makes this reel so cool, I guess, is the new Mag-Z Boost spool, right? And so I'm not gonna get into all the technical details about it, but it's basically just, the spool is just, okay, so think of it like this. If you're thinking of like a trajectory path, right? So when you're typically casting, you have your brakes that are applied throughout the cast until it lands, right? So what this Mag-Z Boost is, if you look at Daiwa's promo videos and anything like that, how they explain it is, it's basically, so you have the max amount of braking pressure applied on the spool through the system inside. I think it's the inductor. And then as you cast it, the max amount is applied. And once you reach that halfway point or the point where it's kind of starting to slow down, then that's when the brakes kind of let go a little bit. And then it gives that extra boost, if you want to call it, right? The Mag-Z Boost. So I don't know if that makes sense. Look at the Daiwa promo videos. They probably explain a lot more better than me, but basically, in short term, it's just supposed to increase your casting distance, right? And that's another reason why I got this specifically, because for chatterbaits, I like casting across long, vast grass flats and just kind of ripping it through grass edges and stuff like that. So I just want the maximum distance out of my cast, especially in clearer water. A lot of times those fish are super like finicky and they're not gonna really eat something if you toss it right up next to the boat. Not that it's not gonna go far anyways, but just that extra distance just helps a little bit, right? You're covering a little bit more water. But yeah, that's basically what the Mag-Z, what else do I want to say? Oh yeah, and this has the aluminum frame, right? So it honestly, how it feels in hand, right? Let's compare it to the Zillion. So it feels, honestly, it feels very similar. Obviously, weight-wise, they're very similar, but let me just ponder. I know they're lefty and righty reels. I reel with both. I'm kind of ambidextrous like that. Okay, and this one just feels, slightly larger in my hand. I don't know why. I don't know, maybe is it this top section here? I don't know, it just feels slightly bigger in the hand. I don't know, keep in mind, I don't have the biggest hands in the world. It's honestly really comfortable though. My fingers fit right above that Steez logo. It's like screaming, put your finger here. Yeah, no, it's really comfortable. I don't have a problem with that. I really like this clicking drag. This is, even though, okay, this doesn't do anything, right? It's not like a spinning reel that's gonna increase your drag performance, whatever. It's just kind of a cool, fun little feature it has. But I don't know, I think it's cool, especially when you have a fish like surging at the boat. I think it's pretty cool. It's like, I don't know. I'm a spinning rod guy, so I don't know. This thing kind of excites me. Anyways, oh, it's obviously got the zero adjust, so you don't really have to mess with this tension knob, which is great, right after the factory. And if you ever have to, I mean, I guess you could, and then you just kind of figure out where there's the least amount of play with it being, with it giving you the most amount of casting without it backlashing. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyways. Speaking of the brakes, okay, over here, this is another reason why I got this. So apparently people really love this, the clicker for the braking settings over here. So what people are saying is a lot of times when they're casting out, they can literally adjust this on the fly mid-cast. Oh, that feels really nice, yeah. Actually, I see, okay, so you're making a long cast, right? Let's say you got a little bit of backlash. Mid-air, you can literally increase it. So let's say I'm at, okay, let's say it's just at, what is it, 13 right now? Let's say I'm casting it out there, and mid-cast, I'm like, okay, shoot, this is a little too less. Let me increase it by 2. 1, 2, and it should be at 15. And it's at 15. And yeah, the numbers are pretty clear to see. This little knob right here, I think it's meant to open up, yep, right there. I don't know if you saw it. That opens this guy up. So let's just take a look at the spool real quick. Without breaking it. Oh, there we go. Okay, really carefully. Okay, just want to make sure I'm babying this thing. Oh, okay, cool. So it's got that new spool in it. It's got that orange, or sorry, not orange, the purple. The Zillion had the orange in it. This is that Mag Z Boost spool. Pretty cool though, pretty cool. Oh yeah, and they've got a good amount of grease on there too, which is nice. So let me put this guy back in before I drop it or lose anything. Come on, there we go. And it's really easy to pop on and off. The one thing is it comes off completely, and I guess that could be a good or bad thing, but if I'm doing this on the, I would very highly suggest against doing this on the water. Oh, cool, and you can just push it back like that. So, okay, so if you flick it up, it opens this switch, and you flick it back, it closes it and locks it in place. So that's cool. Very, very nice. I'm very impressed with this. I guess what's next? Yeah, so let's just talk about what I'm gonna pair it with. Obviously, I'm pairing it or using for chatterbaits. So this is actually a rod that I bought specifically for chatterbaits on the off season this past year. This is the P5 Deimos by Megabass, and I'm very excited to use this. This is replacing my 734 Champ XP, which you guys probably saw in a video before on my channel. And as you can see, it's just got that nice bend throughout and that solid backbone towards the end. And it's got a nice little tip here so I can kind of like flick those chatterbaits out there, whip them, or however you want to visualize it, right? But yeah, it's got that nice backbone in it. I previously had it paired with the Metanium DC100, and actually I'm probably going to use this for something else. I'm not sure what yet, but let's just see how this thing feels. Oh, by the way, if you want to know, the weight savings are going to be pretty good on this if I'm replacing the Met DC100. This is an older one, the Met DC100, because this one is actually a little bit heavier. Let's just see. This is also with the almost full spool line of 20-pound fluoro. Yeah, it's at 7.5. Let's see, about like 7.2, right? 7.3. This is 6.7, so definitely going to be a lot lighter in the hand. So let's just pair it up and see how it feels. So this is the official union of the P5 Destroyer, P5 Destroyer Deimos and the Steez A II. Oh yeah, that feels nice. Oh yeah, it's just comfortable. Yeah. Without hitting the rod tip, there it is. Looks absolutely gorgeous on there. I've always loved the P5, the lock nuts and all that stuff. Man, these rods are just beautiful, and you pair it up with an even more beautiful reel. It's just a match made in heaven. But yeah, guys, I guess this is the unboxing. I don't really have much else to say about it yet because I haven't had much time on the water. This isn't an official review of it. It's more of an unboxing. I just thought it would be fun to kind of share it with you guys, share that moment with you guys. Honestly, I'm just give me the real cover, I'm fine. This thing was so sick. I'm so happy. Shimano, what are you guys doing? Come on, you guys step it up. Daiwa gave such a nice real cover. I had that Met DC70 unboxed with you guys. That didn't come with a real cover like this, but anyways, guys, appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks so much for the support. Keep liking, comment down below. I'm gonna answer each and one of your guys' comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.